On June 13th, Israel launched Operation Lion Levant, deploying over 200 fighter jets against nuclear and military sites in Iran, notably in Natanz, Tabriz, and Tehran. These strikes caused significant damage, killing 78 people, mostly scientists and members of the Revolutionary Guards. On June 14th, Iran retaliated by launching around 350 missiles, targeting Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Bat Yam. The attacks killed 24 Israeli civilians and injured many others. A residential building collapsed in Bat Yam. On June 15th, Israel intensified its strikes in Iran, targeting weapons depots and command centers. Meanwhile, Iran continued missile launches, extending the impact zone toward Israeli coastal cities. On June 16th, strikes slightly decreased, but tensions remained.
The following program is rated TV-MA. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so this a bitch. Fuck your government, I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac 10s. So don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not your average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting, fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerves like malicious in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom nigga too. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and every one of you. You niggas wanna face me? Fuck you motherfuckers too. All you niggas ain't loyal, fuck the government soil. Bring heat to the planet, to this motherfucker boil. There's no more talk, through the grave y'all walk. I talk for the slaves from the grave, it's war.
Come now, hear nothing about not the boat.
Equal rights and
King of fire.
better know.
Keep it burning, yeah.
Don't
Hold right, never fall.
Alright.
Stop them before they reach their guns. Stop them. Someone life will done. Stop them before they bust their guns. Stop them. Someone life will done. All health. It never gonna stop until them dash where all of they gun them and fling where all of they shot. It never gonna stop until them sure when the sides and mash up and tracks. It never gonna stop until them dash where all of they burn them and burn poison gas. It never gonna stop. Yeah, tell the ghetto you them some say. It never gonna stop if them not stop the vote. Never gonna stop if them not burn fire report. And stop put the disease and they call them on the road. And stop from swear and stop take quota. The liar and the judge them the money from the court. The coast the hard alone and them the food from the boat. Tell the ghetto use them to free up airport, free up passport. Hey, tell the immigration some now go report. Come now, hear nothing about not the boat. One ton load me have to go export. Hey, we not here, but we don't eat cow or goat. It never gonna stop until them dash where all of they gun them and fling where all of they shot. Yeah, never gonna stop. It never gonna stop if them not dash when the stars and mash up and tracks. It never gonna stop. Tell them feel with the music and clean up with no act. Never gonna stop. It never gonna stop. I wanna man talk about alright. It never gonna stop. Until you fire all of the soldiers, them and fire all of the cops. It never gonna stop. If you not dash when they coke, them and mash up the track. It never gonna stop. White, black. Never gonna stop. If them don't unite, them have to flap. Oh. say them boy are on the fronting and padding. Them no want Saddam and them no want Bin Laden. Girls see what them want begin and who them wagging. Who the body innocent people, they see them padding. Looking at them head it look like said them madding. Or I wonder if none of them really fagging. Oh, them keep on boasting and bragging. See the people them like dog and hagging. Never gonna stop. It never gonna stop until them dash where all of the gun them and throw away all of the shots. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop until them burn out the stars and burn out trenches. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop until them just Selassie Emmanuel Marcos. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop till them and Queen Amiga from Stop them, stop them, stop them, stop them before they reach their guns. Stop them, stop them, stop them, or someone life will done. I don't know what they gonna do. People of the world, they better be true. And if the sky and everything brand new. But I care about them passing or them massive on cool. But I care about them red or them white and blue. But when you ski up your tongue, you know you want to get slow. I still up on the board, them boy I play no two. And the one they wear bound out and chew. It never can stop. It never can stop. You never. That's what they say. That's what they do. Never can stop. It never can stop. Yeah, hear me, all of them boy. It never gonna stop if them not stop by the vote. Never gonna stop if them not. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop. How old am I trying to stop? It never gonna stop. I'm not here when I'm got. Hey, never gonna stop. It never gonna stop if them not clean up them, change up them, clean up them up. It never gonna stop. It never gonna stop if them no uplift the woman. It never gonna.
Stop them before they drop their bombs. Man, listen. Oh boy, we are in trouble. You see the title. The beginning of the last war. The provoking of World War III. And provoke, you know what that means? You starting some shit. You starting shit. It's not good. Like the shit this is just the beginning. Again, you see the animated thumbnail. The beginning of the last war. The provoking of World War III. People, we are in trouble. Oh shit, Trump has got us in some bullshit. And I'm about to break it all down in this live stream. I am Irk the Nerve, aka Mr. Somebody. Everybody, somebody got to say this shit. Yo, if you don't know, I don't know where the fuck you been. Have you been paying attention? I know a lot. You've been caught up in the bullshit on these YouTube streets. Like you've been caught up. You need to pay attention to certain things. I put this live together. I've been ready since Friday. Then Saturday came. And holy shit, it's gotten worse. I'm also streaming this live on Kick. We are streaming on 2 engines right now. This live can be seen on Kick. But for anyone watching on Kick, bring your ass on over to YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Somebody got to say this shit. SGSTS. Please. Meet some new people. Come on over here. I guess Twitch is for gamers. Fine. come over here and grab some vital information, pertinent information. It's a lot. But I'm not doing this shit alone. I'm doing this shit, as always, with my rider, my motherfucking partner. I'm repping that Blurred Minds Media, and he's the president. Walski.
Yo.
My bruh. I know we've been talking. And it don't look good for us.
I've been swimming all day.
Yeah, I went swimming today as well. Yeah.
Eating great
good day for
food. Just like I feel like a guy on his life with his final meal. I'm like, man, I don't think nothing's gonna take good here soon.
It's fucking ridiculous. If you don't know, if you've been hiding underneath a mountain, which is not the safest place to be right now. If you've been hiding underneath a mountain, Israel has attacked Iran. A so-called preemptive attack, which is bullshit. Preemptive attack on Friday the 13th, which will go down in history as the most unluckiest Friday the 13th ever.
Man. You just started with some horror movies and shit.
It could definitely be some horror going on. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I have a lot of information to go through. So I'm going to start it off with the intro video just to get everyone caught up before we start breaking this shit down. Here we go.
On June 13th, Israel launched Operation Lion Levant, deploying over 200 fighter jets against nuclear and military sites in Iran, notably in Natanz, Tabriz, and Tehran. These strikes caused significant damage, killing 78 people, mostly scientists and members of the Revolutionary Guards. On June 14th, Iran retaliated by launching around 350 missiles, targeting Tel Aviv, Haifa, and Bat Yam. The attacks killed 24 Israeli civilians and injured many others. A residential building collapsed in Bat Yam. On June 15th, Israel intensified its strikes in Iran, targeting weapons depots and command centers. Meanwhile, Iran continued missile launches, extending the impact zone toward Israeli coastal cities. On June 16th, strikes slightly decreased, but tensions remained.
That is what's going on on our planet. This is what's going on. This is the shit that you have to live through. And like I said, it's only the beginning. Like the thumbnail said, the beginning of the last war. And I have a lot of evidence to show this might be the last war. And there's no winners.
I thought the number would have been a little bit more. As far as the people killed. Not saying I feel like it should have. But when you send all these missiles, it's like 23 people.
Well, we know that
I know a 14-year-old boy, no shit, in Louisville with six bodies.
Mm.
They need to sign that motherfucker more.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you. And when he says Louisville, he means Louisville, Kentucky. Everyone, welcome to Kentucky. We are Kentuckians, and that's where we at. So, with this information being said, we know that Israel has a mega propaganda machine. It could be complete chaos over there in Israel, and you will never find out. Why? Because they don't want to let any of the so-called Islamic nation states to think that they are ever weak. They don't want that. So when they tell you that they've been bombing hotels and hospitals and minor sites in Tel Aviv, that's a fucking lie. This is a strategic, just like Israel with their preemptive strategic attack. Iran is the same. Iran, if you didn't know, is the leading ballistic missile technology provider. Russia gets a lot of their equipment from Iran. So, yeah, it's really bad. Israel will not let that information be, like I said, Israel won't let that information out because they don't want to seem weak to any of the surrounding Islamic nation states. So that's one reason. But this damn rising lion. There's so much Zionism all in that title. Rising lion. Oh, I'm going to explain the Zionist worldview behind that title, but let's hear a little from BB himself, the fucking warmonger bullshitter himself. Let's hear from BB Netanyahu about this shit that he calls Rising Lion, Operation Rising Lion.
We will not let the world's most dangerous regime get the world's most dangerous weapons. Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat. For decades, the tyrants of Tehran have brazenly, openly called for Israel's destruction. They've backed up their genocidal rhetoric with a program to develop nuclear weapons. In recent years, Iran has produced enough highly enriched uranium for 9 atom bombs. 9. In recent months, Iran has taken steps that it has never taken before, steps to weaponize this enriched uranium. And if not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival. Now, as Prime Minister, I've made it clear time and again, Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal.
I like how he's like the world's most dangerous. But it's like y'all probably got more of a kill count than anybody. At this point. I love it how murderers be trying to play victim to getting murdered.
Yeah.
Why not? You be killing people too.
Yeah, while murdering people, you have a problem with murderers, which is
well, you know what? We're just gonna wipe out the Gaza Strip. But y'all murders while we drop bombs and killing people. Insane.
It is a fact that despite the nuclear proliferation treaty, Israel has violated that treaty 90 fucking times. Why? Because they have 90 nuclear weapons. Israel has 90 nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
But no one else can.
They said Iran might have the capability to have nine.
Yeah.
They even got 10.
Yeah. And as evidence has it, Iran doesn't have any. And that is why Israel is attacking Iran, because they don't have any. Do you know, Walski, Pakistan Pakistan has nuclear weapons.
Yep.
Pakistan has been recognized as a nuclear power since 1998. Yeah. Since 1998, they have been recognized as a nuclear power. When's the last time America attacked Pakistan?
Yeah. And what kills me
in 2016 under the Obama administration. And guess what they wasn't targeting? They wasn't targeting nuclear reactors. They wasn't targeting nuclear facilities. They were looking for the Taliban. Now, why would Obama attack Pakistan but not go after their nuclear fucking arsenal? Because he's not stupid. That's why.
And what kills me is so certain countries we have conflict with under the guise that they have nuclear weapons. Well, who the hell said we could have them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if it's a terrible thing, so where you're gonna go to war and wipe out buildings and innocent people and all that shit, then just like nobody have them. You know what I mean? I feel like
exactly.
Who's to say who's supposed to have them or not?
Exactly. Who is the International Security Council and the agreements that were made by these fucking nation states, the Nuclear Proliferation Agreement, the treaty that all the mega powers signed, but somehow nuclear enrichment continues.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even know if getting dropped on you is all that bad. I mean,
well, we do know you may not feel it.
you know what I mean?
There's a good chance you may not feel it.
When it comes to technology and Kawasaki motorcycles and anime, Japan seems to be doing great. I think the worst thing that happened to them after the nuke was they never figured out silverware because they still eating with sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, we never got a nuke, and we figured out the sport.
Hey, we're gonna stick with our cultural fucking mores and forays, torres. We're not gonna fucking use your Western utensils for eating.
Man. Even though if you ate a bowl of fried rice with a spoon, you know.
Yeah.
What's more superior?
Yeah. 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 Eating a bowl of fried rice with a spoon, with our westernized spoons, gives you more bang for your buck.
For a fact.
But
I mean, I would never gain weight if I only ate chopsticks. I barely pick shit up. And you definitely scraped the bottom of the bowl.
Facts. Not with a fucking stick. A twig. But with that being said, man, Benjamin Netanyahu again spews this propaganda, these fucking lies that do not make no fucking sense, because you have been saying this shit, BB, for 30 fucking years.
Not stopped. Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year. It could be within a few months.
They have
the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb. Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. 30 years you've been saying the same damn thing.
That kind of just let you know that they had every intention of doing what they're doing there.
Every intention.
They were just setting the stage. Damn.
But for what reason? I need you to know, the viewers and listeners, this is not about nuclear proliferation. This is not about plutonium or uranium enrichment. This is not about that. This is not. This is about weakening a advancing nation state to the point to where they are not effective on the international financial stage. You have to listen to me. Me and my man Jay Wall, we figured this shit out 2 years ago, and I got proof of it. Like, this is not about that shit. But the thing is, our president, the Orange Man,
Donnie.
I thought he was on the right track. I thought he had it. I thought he was there. He was there. And he made these statements after Israel attacked Iran. Then on the 14th, Iran dropped over 200 bombs into Tel Aviv and other strategic places. Donald Trump had this to say.
Well, I hope there's going to be a deal. I think it's time for a deal, and we'll see what happens. But sometimes they have to fight it out, but we're going to see what happens. I think there's a good chance there'll be a deal.
Fight it out. The motherfucker said fight it. I thought he was going to sit back like a referee and just watch the shit. Like, I'm not getting involved in this shit. We ain't doing it. We're not getting involved in this shit. I'm going to sit back and watch this shit. What president has ever said, let them fight it out? That's what the fuck? That
man, and with all that was shit. He talked about Ukraine and Russia with the Biden administration. Oh, it would have never happened if I was in office. I'll get cleaned up. Man, what happened to that? What happened to get to the money, Johnny? I like get to the money, Johnny.
Yeah, what happened,
Johnny?
What happened to all the campaign promises, Donald? Like, this is the opposite of every campaign promise you promised us.
Man. Only thing he did was slow down the proname. We don't care about that. Call yourself and start the fish. Where the money?
Yeah.
And that's what you got Elon with the Doge shit. Go on TV. Had the nerve to say we failed billions of taxpayers' money. Misappropriated, illegally dispersed, and we found it. But we ain't gonna get back to you. But we gonna start another war. So I guess we know now where that money going, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like Your campaign rhetoric is bullshit, Donald, and it's really hurting my heart. First of all, I have faith. I and faith is a horrible word to use as a rationalist. But for lack of better word, let me just say it. I had hopes. That's another horrible word for a rationalist. Aspirations that you would do good, that you would do what you said you was going to do. You said this.
I will end the war in Ukraine. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening.
Prevent it. You kicked it out. God damn.
Prevent. That is not prevention. Like someone should teach him the words. This is not prevention, Donald.
And you know what though? I knew he was gonna do like this. And I'll tell you why. When he was running, remember when he went on that run of podcast, all the comics podcast?
Yeah.
He went on Andrew's show. Holla, shout out my guy, Andrew Show. Hilarious. Nevertheless, Andrew Show's actor said, Donnie T, who do you think is responsible for the assassination attempt? And Donnie T hit him with the, well, we don't know for sure. But I believe it was Iran. As soon as he said that, I knew it was up. I knew it was up. Man, and you see the shooter? That motherfucker ain't from Iran.
Not at all.
Like Kansas or something. God dang, Donnie. And the bad thing is, I thought you couldn't do no worse than that pudding, bike riding, child sniffing Biden. But Lord have mercy. He might have done it.
It's yeah, man. It's completely frustrating to see that every fucking political promise in your campaign is being you're doing the complete opposite of everything you said you was going to do, especially in the issues that matter. Now, I didn't talk much about the ICE situation around the nation, and there's a good reason for it, because the Democrats and Republicans are using this as political cannon fodder, and they're not caring about the people at hand. And everyone, they're not telling you this, everyone is going to have their day in court, especially the citizens that were illegally searched and seized. But they're going to have their day in court. But with that being said, there are greater things happening, and Israel's actions is proof of that. Like, since the beginning of Palestine, like, Israel's attack on Palestine is proof that there are major things going on.
Yeah, man. Well, think about that. What you just said. You trying to stir up at home with immigration. And then there's a random group of fucking white supremacists popping up, doing they goofy shit. Man, you gonna drop by Iran, who's basically, I mean, homeboys partnered up with China and Russia. You gotta at least have the American citizens together. But you gonna split the country at the same time. Pop off World War III. Man, you ain't leaving us winging.
The American citizenry have been divided ever since and before the campaign. the elections. First of all, we got to know that and we all understand that there were people who despise Donald Trump from the very beginning, and they're at odds with those that fucking adore this man and think that he is the savior of America. And he's not. He's not. Now look, me and Wowski, I can speak, I'm sure that I can speak for Wowski when I say this. J Wow, I know I can speak for him. We don't trust no politician.
Hell no.
Not one. But we were leaning towards Donald Trump being more of a businessman and not a lying fucking political piece of shit.
Yeah.
That like, may or may not be in pocket.
We know people don't like. We know you gonna say some off the wall shit. We were just hoping you was gonna get us back to the bag. My thing is, you could at least cut a stimmy before you drop the bomb. I mean, let him have cake. Motherfucker. Damn.
And the thing is, Benjamin Netanyahu, the evil fucking Zionist himself, and don't call me anti-Semitic. By definition, I'm a Semite. Just by definition. I don't hold no religious. I don't need no deity. Don't need no deity. I don't have a deity that I follow or worship. With that being said, don't call me an anti-Semite. Because just by definition, I could easily fall in the Semite fucking definition, the category.
Man, I'm a broke entertainer in America. And I like pastrami.
Yeah.
I'm pro-Semitic. I'm pro-Semitic in America. I need an agent. I need a bank account. And I like pastrami. I'm down with it. And I wouldn't mind a couple more presents for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I'll blow out the candle. But y'all making it hard. Making it hard on them motherfuckers.
And the thing is, I'm pro-right and anti-wrong. And I practice this thought every day in my life. I don't want to wrong anyone. I don't want to wrong people. I don't walk through the planet. The more peace I have, especially in my older years, the more peace, the better. If it was Iran that actually did this shit to Israel, I would find issue with it. I would. Just like I find issue with Benjamin Netanyahu's 30 years of fucking warmongering and fucking selling us propaganda in order for us to purchase a fucking bombing of a fucking weak so-called Islamic nation state that has no nuclear fucking weapons. Again. Pakistan is Pakistan the only Islamic nation state with nuclear weapons? Listen to me, the only Islamic nation state that we know for a fact has nuclear weapons. Where's the attack on them? Where is it? They're not going to.
My thing is, I live over here. Where's the attack on these egg prices?
Yeah.
Where did the attack on gas prices?
Oh.
Where the attack on the school system?
You want to talk about gas prices?
Yeah.
You want to talk about oil prices? Oh, it's about to go up, baby. It's about to get bad. Check it out, real quick. So I'm jumping all over the place. I'm jumping all over the place. I want to get to my point real quick about Palestine, which we know as occupied Israel. You do know that it was called Palestine. The whole part of it was called Palestine before it was called Israel. Do you know the Palestinians welcomed? Do you know that Iran was the second Islamic nation state to recognize the existence of an Israeli nation state? Do you fucking hear me? Hello?
Same mistake Gaddafi made. They want
exactly.
They want to cut you. They act like they go accept you with open arms, and then they cut you down. These motherfuckers.
This is the stat that I wanted y'all to see. The U.S. provides $3.8 billion to Israel annually. Every year. The U.S. provides. Why? Why?
Yeah. All of our shit over here, everybody going broke. And you just cut $3.8 billion. But when we like, hey, what's up with these fucked up schools? They're like, I ain't gonna money. The fuck?
Every year, you give them this money.
And my thing is, I feel like that should be enough, right? If we give you $3.8 billion a year, then don't look at us when you get in the conflict. Handle it. You got money. Get your own bomb. Why we gotta do it? You gonna fuck our shit up over here over. That let you know that this ain't like some idiots in the White House. This ain't some rash decision. They doing all this on purpose. They squeezing us on purpose.
Facts.
And that's the trick. Anybody looking at it like Donald lost his mind, why would he do that? What'd you say? He was talking Yahoo's talking this 30 years. He wasn't talking about it for 30 years.
He's so
planting the seed and setting the tone to let you know. Oh, it's up already. 30 years ago, he let you know it was up.
He sold us the Iraq War. Ain't this the same script?
Same script. We're doing this to Iran because of nuclear bomb. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Where they at?
Guess what? Russia and China, North Korea has nuclear weapons. Where's the attack on them?
Yeah.
You don't attack a nation state that has nuclear weapons. You don't attack a nation state that you think has nuclear weapons. Because if you think they have nuclear weapons, there's a good possibility that they could actually have it and use it. That's why Russia never gets attacked by a nation state with nuclear weapons. There's a thing called MAD. It's called MAD, and it's an abbreviation for mutually assured destruction. mutually assured destruction. There are superpowers with nuclear weapons who have their shit on automation. If anything happens to the government, Russia has a thing called the dead hand. And if the dead hand, yeah,
I got that too.
Yeah. Oh shit! Fuck! Why did you do that? but in any situation where Russia is somehow the Russian government is somehow destroyed, their computer system will detect that and launch all of its nuclear weapons to strategic places as a fucking last response, a last hurrah. Israel, with their 90 fucking nuclear weapons, they have the same fucking thing. If something,
That's funny as shit though. We got 90 nuclear weapons, and we're saying Israel has nine. What are you worried about? This?
No, they said Iran has 9.
Yeah. Iran has 9. But if you got 90, they got 9. What you worry about? After they shoot 9, shoot 11.
Yeah, it's like Benjamin Netanyahu is selling us a fear tactic of let's attack Iran because they have weapons. They have weapons. Well, 55,000 Palestinians dead. And that's not the ones, that's not including the ones that they could not pull out of the rubble. The number could easily go into the hundreds of thousands.
That's
55,000. And this is all Israel's work.
Yeah, but you want us to feel bad because you worried that somebody got 9 nukes. You killed 55,000 people. Well, counted for.
Yeah. And the thing is, these people had no weapons. They were in an open air prison that was strategically created by the Israeli government to keep them corralled. And the thing is, the Palestinians allowed you in their homeland. And that goes back to Zionism. Do you know what Zionism is? Let's hear from one of the leading rabbis in Zionist theological fucking thought.
You have 6 billion idol worshippers who makes God angry every second of their life. Indian, Chinese, Japanese, Tibet, Nepal, Thailand. So many. India alone is 500 million. China is 2 billion. So many. 2 billion Christians, which are idol worshippers. Between Chinese, Hindus, Buddhists, and Christian, at least 6.5 billion people are idol worshippers that according to the Torah do not have the right to live. Idol worshipper goy, it's death penalty. Not only Jews. Even a goy who bow down to an idol, who believe in JC, deserve death penalty.
What damn? If you feel that way, why you taking billions a year from a country based off of Catholicism, Baptism,
Protestant.
Hell, we even got Scientologists over here.
Yeah, Catholics. Like Catholics. Anyone that believes in JC, you heard him say it. Anyone that believes in JC is an idol worshiper and a Gentile. You're not. So my thing is this: if you're not if you look into Zionism, not even convert Jews are the promised people. The promised people are the so-called Jews. Well, the original Hebrews. Because Jew is also a made up. I don't want to get into that, but check this out. There's Hasidic, there's Ashkenazi Jews, and there's Sephardic.
That's the ones over here.
And there's Sephardic Jews. Yeah, and there's Sephardic Jews. Now,
what's the ones that look like Puerto Rican?
Right. The Sephardic Jews live around the Mediterranean.
Yeah, that's the one they live.
Yeah. now, check this out. Now, there's a difference between a citizen of Israel and a fucking Zionist. Zionists believe that everyone that's not a so-called Jew are Gentiles. And if they're Gentiles, they're worthy of death. And they're not eligible for the promise from God. They're not eligible for the promise. No, not at all. Only the chosen. So remember, like Jay Wall pointed out, America is well known as a Christian nation.
So
I didn't make this up. This is well known.
There ain't a Jewish temple on the corner, but there is definitely a church on every corner.
And with that being said,
fuck out of here.
And with that being said, the Zionist sees Christians as infidels. The Zionists absolutely see Christians and others. Hey, I know I'm a Gentile. I like my heavy metal. I like my heavy metal music, my hip hop, my metal and rock and roll and jazz. I love it all. Reggae music. I'm not gonna stop. I smoke my weed. I fornicate with my wife, so I don't know if that's really fornication.
Not anymore.
So not anymore. And so exactly. So with that being said, I know I'm a Gentile and I'm proud of it. I'm cool. But what I'm not proud of is that you are allowed to murder people whom you deem unworthy of life. And if any book subscribes to that fucking frame of thought and makes people put that shit to action, I'm not with it. Bibi Netanyahu is a Zionist. And Zionists don't like nobody but themselves, their own fucking kind. The chosen people. And Zionists are not, they're the evil Israelis. That's what I would say. Because there are people in and out of Israel who call themselves Jews and are not Zionists. Zionists want this.
I'm gonna tell you what.
A traditional Palestine, the dream of Ben Gurion, who was a Eastern European Jew. Ben Gurion. Remember we spoke about Ben Gurion Canal, Jay Walski, in one of our lives? Yep. Hello? See, these people want to eliminate the Zionists. The Zionists want to eliminate all forms of Christianity and Islam. They They are proponents of manifest destiny, and we are cannon fodder for that. We're disposable.
I ain't gonna hold you. And this is probably gonna sound wild. I'm sure it is. But the Zionists and Yahoo sound like Hitler and the Nazis. You the Jew version of Hitler. The Zionists are the Nazis. If you ain't us, you should be eradicated. Motherfucker. Didn't we just see it in the last war? Except the motherfucker had a big mustache and he was on meth. Come on now. You like. Well, I guarantee you say it to them. They like, how dare you? But look, dog, you doing the same shit.
The same exact shit. And the thing is,
you know wild.
Go ahead.
As much as man, Kanye might be a genius. Goddamn. As much as I want to praise you, motherfucker might have had to figure that whole goddamn. Now the Klan's out crazy.
Yeah, the Klan's out is, that's wild. That's wild business right there.
But hey, tell me truth. I was asked my ass off at academic. You really trying to hold like a big interview? Why he's wearing that shit?
Yeah.
I'll catch you when you put the retro Jordan back on. What?
Yeah. Hey, the motherfucker looked like Brian Gumble, didn't he? We sit there talking to his motherfucking so-called black ass, highly melanated motherfucker wearing a Klan suit. Like, you a goofy motherfucker.
I swear to God, he come around the corner in that outfit. You know what? This interview going down.
Academics ain't never been serious in his life until that fucking moment.
Man, sitting there like Barbara Walters. How you gonna take it serious? This is crazy.
Yeah. Why is no one else laughing? Like the cameraman should have been snapping. I don't know how he kept the fucking camera steady.
I've been crying. Like I said, I ain't even laughing at Kanye doing it. Kanye completely lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
But for you to sit there and hold that interview is that's reaching on a whole other level. Your thirst level, his must have been down bad.
Yeah. And my thing is this, Wowski, I am not against Israelis having a nation state, a place to call home. Obviously, I can't be against it because there were fucking nation states that allow it to happen. Palestine.
Well, like you
the
said,
Palestinians welcome. Huh?
Like you said. They welcome it. They were like, yeah, we with it.
Again, Iran was the second so-called Islamic nation state to welcome the so-called Jews without a home. The so-called exiled Jews, the so-called wandering Jews. And my thing is this: I am not against these people living and having a home. I am against anything that's against me. And Zionism is absolutely against me. And obviously against 55,000 plus Palestinians that wasn't allowed to live. That was all Zionism. They're not allowed to be in their homeland. And there were good Jews on them streets. I have video of it in Tel Aviv protesting against Bibi Netanyahu's fucking warmongering.
Yeah,
good
man,
fucking people.
War. No matter what the leader of a country does, how diabolical. There's innocent people that ain't with it. And there's innocent people that die. And that's what's fucked up about. Like that picture you showed of them two boxing. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, fight him. Don't kill everybody. Yeah, right here. This is what every war should look like. You got a problem with violent country. I got we gonna settle this in the street. Me and you. We ain't blowing shit up.
But there should not be an environment where politicians could fucking enrich themselves while pretending and manipulating and deceiving that they work for the people. And that's what every nation state deals with. That's what every citizen in every nation state deals with. A fucking politician lying to you about making your fucking life better. And that's the thing.
Like you got promotion. Inside crazy.
Yeah.
And then won't take it and that bit.
And won't be penalized for it. And that's why they feel as if they can do this. Every politician that starts off young and fresh into the fucking political stage walks in with the mind of, when I leave here, I'm going to be a couple 100,000 up, a couple million up. Fucking cocaine Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Started off as a fucking piss poor farmer. It's bullshit. But the thing is, real quick,
man, how can you? Well, they evil. That's hell. But you sell people on a greater future. Vote for me. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z for you. Knowing the whole time you gonna make me. Wow. All of our shit get more expensive. Shit get harder for us. Like the wild thing is how they are be able to look at our faces year in year out and just do the shit. Like they ain't got no soul.
And they do it with they feel like they do it with no penalty. They, you know what I'm saying? They feel like they will never be penalized. And the people, we don't work for them. Especially here in America. Hello, we Kentuckians. We work and we get taxed for our labor. That tax is bullshit. But it should assure that the people that we elect are working for us. We pay them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can tax for everything. You can't buy a dollar Snicker bar for $1.
Yeah.
Tax.
Everything's taxed, and it's bullshit because it's getting worse. And the shit that's going on in the so-called Middle East is not going to get better. The beginning of the last war, the provoking of World War III. This is where we at, people. And the thing is, it has to be known what I'm saying about Zionism, because Zionism is the problem. It really is. They want a complete Palestine. They want a complete Israeli Middle East, which encompasses Lebanon, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Iran, Iraq. It's like this is their goal. This is the Zionist goal. Look up the dream of Ben Gurion. Look up the dream of Ben Gurion. Like, this is what they see. from the river to the sea. That's what they want. Even stretching into Egypt. Like they want a complete Israeli Zionist nation state where they can build the third temple or whatever. And like I said, I'm not a religious person. I'm not. I'm not. I tried. I'm not. I think too much. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, be religious. But when your religion denies life of other people, like that's wrong. And that's a religion that I will never practice. When people die and you think it's okay because you're the chosen, no. And matter of fact, Israel gets away with a lot of shit. The Israeli government get away with a lot of shit. Have you ever heard of the USS Liberty? America was America was attacked by another fucking nation state. And that nation state got away with it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Check this out.
Did you know that there is only one country in the world that attacked the U.S. and never faced retaliation? A U.S. Navy ship was operating in international waters in the Mediterranean Sea, about 25 nautical miles off the coast of Egypt. Fighter jets from a neighboring country initially flew over the vessel without incident. However, a few hours later, those same aircraft began attacking the ship. The assault involved rockets, machine guns, and even torpedoes. The ship's communication equipment was destroyed, the U.S. flag was shot down, and the crew was unable to call for help. By the time the attack ended, 34 American crew members were killed, and 171 were wounded. Later, the attacking country stated that the incident was a tragic case of mistaken identity, believing the ship to be Egyptian. The U.S. government officially accepted this explanation, but many crew members believed the attack was deliberate. Despite the controversy and repeated calls for further investigation, the U.S. chose not to retaliate, making it one of the most debated incidents in U.S. diplomacy to this day. And the country that carried out the attack, it was Israel.
Man, what?
Yeah, that would be easy to do, especially if you think that the fucking USS Liberty is full of Gentiles. And those Gentiles need to be punished. They're not allies in the Zionist worldview. They're not friends. And the thing is, the American government allowed it because we cannot lose a strategic partner in the so-called Middle East. That is fucked up. That you would allow such an act to go unpunished because it's political strategy.
Damn.
That is fucked up. But again,
That's
look,
fucked up.
I got my man speechless over here.
Well, I mean, damn, yo. That kind of made me think like with the plan, like so really Iraq, Afghanistan, 9/11. With all this really Zionist design, so they could have that fire like they want.
Yeah,
We working for them.
Yeah.
This is why we bomb Iran without any kind of Congress or anything.
And
They
the
just
thing
think
is,
it's what you gonna do.
and the thing is, you bomb Iran. You bomb Iran, and you do this without congressional approval. You do this is bad. You fucked up all my aspirations for you, Donald.
You fucked it up. I thought you was gonna do right. You're just like every fucking politician since fucking Nixon. Like you're the same. You're literally the same. And I thought, let them fight it out. I thought you was gonna stay the fuck out of it. You took yourself out of the fucking United Nations because you didn't want to get involved. You shouldn't. You spend too much in the fucking United Nations. That's why you pull it out. Remember, you spend too much with the nation states ain't putting their share in. We spend the most, but we give 3.8 billion annually to Israel. A nation state, a nation state that attacked a USS naval ship. Casualties.
I should they thought about in Ukraine. Look at all this printing money in Ukraine. And they've been doing this every year.
Yeah. And the thing is, this shit is going to be bad because while Israel and Iran, this is how you know it's going to be bad. This is where we getting into the fucking shocker and all of it all. And I got to do it quick. While Israel and Iran are volleying back and forth fucking missiles and aircraft attacking each other, this happens in the fucking Strait of Hormuz.
We're now getting some more breaking news. We are learning that a British maritime security firm, Umbre, has said that it was aware of an incident 22 nautical miles east of Khor Fakkan in UAE near the Strait of Hormuz as Israel and Iran attack each other for a fifth straight day. The strait lies between Oman and Iran and links the Gulf north of it with the Gulf of Oman to the south and the Arabian Sea and beyond. Now remember, the strait handles the world's largest crude oil tankers and it is one of the world's most important oil choke points. Large volumes of oil flows through this particular state and very few alternative options really do exist to move oil out of the Strait of Hormuz if it is closed. Now there is an activity that has been noted and something that we are speaking of just 22 nautical miles away from this strategic location.
The Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz is on Iran's border. They control the ports. In fact, the ports right now are the port is full of Russians. Okay, we'll get back to that later. But what I'm saying to you is this. The Strait of Hormuz from Iran. Iran is 9th in global oil production. But Iran is 3rd when it comes to OPEC. They're 3rd when it comes to OPEC. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting
I should have guessed
countries.
I should have got a damn pencil. I was making fun of them. Oh, that's bullshit. Man, I fucked up.
Bro, they're the 3rd leading oil producer when it comes to OPEC. 9th in global production. They produce 30% of the world's oil. Oh, oil prices Do you understand? They could fuck us right now. They could literally fuck us. Cut off the Strait of Hormuz. Let me give you a little bit more information.
What would happen if the Iran-Israel conflict blocks or shuts the Strait of Hormuz? This narrow corridor is where tankers carry large volumes of oil and refined products from the Gulf as well as from Iran and Iraq to the rest of the world. About 20% of the world's oil consumption passes through the waterway, which is the only entry point to the Arabian Gulf. As of June 15th, Tehran was considering the closure of the strait. While still unlikely, any closure could cause significant disruption and may trigger broader economic consequences.
If the Iranian government decides to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, we can see $150 to $200 a barrel for oil. If we see $150 to $200, we could easily see $11 a gallon at the pump. Who's going to spend $11 a gallon in America? Now listen, now there are states where gas prices are very much higher. So if it's $11 in Kentucky, what is it in California?
Oh, he's paying like $4.
The price of everything goes up. You need 18-wheelers, right? You need 18-wheelers to move produce around these highways to get to your supermarkets. Who's going to fill up a diesel truck with those type of prices? The Strait of Hormuz, I told you, this is not about fucking nuclear weapons. It's not. Because if it was, Pakistan would be fucking blown to smithereens. They have threatened us. Pakistan tells Iran they will nuke Israel if Netanyahu uses nuclear weapons against Tehran. As we know, nuclear weapons were not used against Tehran by the bunker busters were used strategically in areas. But Pakistan has the gumption to fucking threaten Israel. No one's attacking Pakistan. It's never been about fucking nuclear weapons, nuclear proliferation, uranium and plutonium enrichment. It's not about that shit. It's about controlling a nation state that produces 30 fucking % of global oil.
They trying to get that back.
Look, you have Shiite and Sunni Muslims agreeing with each other for this is historic. Like they stand in agreement of one cause, that the Israeli government is fucked up and what they did was wrong. So Shiite and Sunni Muslims are standing together on that point. Everyone knows that Iran, it plays a significant part in global finance. Everyone knows this, especially oil producers. They know that they are an important piece on the chessboard that is not controlled by Israel or the US.
But dude,
This is
what you talking about, though, man? That's crazy.
That's crazy
Because they shut off the oil. Everything goes up here. The tariffs already got China not bringing in material like they was.
facts.
Everything here, we're gonna be a famine. Shit ain't gonna be on the shelf. Gas gonna be through the roof. It's gonna be third world America out here.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is, for a country to get 3.8 billion a year to be willing to do this to a country that's helping them wouldn't make sense unless you factor in Zionism. And when the country that gives you 2.8 billion is full of Gentiles, you ain't worried about what happened over here. You don't care that we're going to be killing each other for cans, and lawnmower game.
Because Gentiles are fucking goy.
Yo.
And the thing is, bro, it's like they literally can put us in economic ruin just by closing the Strait of Hormuz. They can literally put us in economic ruin. And the thing is, the Iranian government are already threatening to do so. Like, they are already threatening to do so. And all they got to do is do that and watch Americans eat each other. Because that's exactly what they're going to do.
And that'll let you know if Israel is ready for America to act, then that means they're going to wait right now. They're going all the way. If they're ready to burn America as far as a citizen, then they don't need us. I mean, they going all the way. So it's all the way.
Well, the arrogance is the arrogance of Zionism. Like, you're willing to do this because you have this belief that this is promised to you. The victory is promised to you at the behest of the blood on your hands. You know, so you think the victory, it belongs to you. But the thing is, humans create devices to deal with life. And dogmatic thought is one of them. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So, with that being said, no human being has the right to take another person's life because they think that they're greater than that person. You should always defend yourself. And if by chance you happen to take a life, hopefully it's in defense of your own. That's what I agree with. But just to attack a people for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. And definitely not you attack a people because you think you chosen. That's some bullshit. And the thing is, to attack a nation state that could absolutely blow holes in the global financial system is fucking suicidal. Again, Iran moves 30% of global oil. And they have also joined BRICS. Oh, do you remember Wowski? J-Wow, do you remember the long fucking live we did about this?
Yep.
The end of the dollar. No more paper, all digital. This is the live that we did 2 years ago.
And I feel like that's where I always gotta have us. Because when you run the money up like that, and you still print off money with no backing, The money gone. And all these other countries joining BRICS. They're not even using petro. They're gassing it out. Our only chance is to be on a digital currency. Bad thing is for us. It seems like all of the bad for the citizens.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to come with social. Because now they got there ain't no money in the garage. Ain't no money buried in your motherfucking backyard.
Hey, Walski.
Ain't no cut and run.
You echoing a little bit. Go out and come back in for me real quick.
I got you.
All right. But yeah, like J. Wall said, man, it's like you're it's literally spiting you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. And there's so much that comes with what's happening in the so-called Middle East. Wowski, you're back.
Yo.
Yeah, that sounds better. All right. So, as I was saying, the Iranian government has approved shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. The thing is, me and Jay Wall spoke about the change in global finance. We spoke about the change in digital currency and how America will absolutely have no choice to play along with BRICS. Because Iran joined BRICS in 2024. See, Iran is a part of BRICS now. And what is BRICS? It is nation states devising strategy so they can end their dependence on the petrodollar, American money. So they can make global trade a fair fucking platform. And America is going to have no choice but to play along. When there's absolutely going to be a digital currency. In my lifetime, there will be a digital currency. Me and Jay Wall have done the research. It's going to happen. But this is what you need to. This is what you need to pay attention. This is not about plutonium and fucking uranium and nuclear reactors. This is not about that. This is about controlling resources in order to have an edge. Regime change is what they want. Donald Trump even said it. Maybe regime change in Iran would be a good idea. But if you can't get regime change, you have to attack in some shape or form, show of force. But this show of force is going to backfire because Donald Trump attacks 3 nuclear facilities. Iran has 4. Why don't you attack the 4th? You didn't attack the 4th one because it's near the Strait of Hormuz. And Russian troops are doing their business in the area of the 4th fucking nuclear facility.
Oh man. And if you thought it was bad, bombing the three. You bombed the fourth and killed Russian soldiers. Boy,
You got your it's your ass. You bombed the fourth one. You bombed the fourth one and killed China. China is in the Gulf of Oman. Russian and Chinese soldiers and military equipment in the Gulf of Oman, which leads to the Strait of Hormuz. They have access to these trade points and these waterways because they have a strategic alliance with Iran. And it's all money. Check this out real quick.
Presidente da República da África do Sul.
The group of emerging economies known as BRICS makes up more than 40% of the world's population and a quarter of the global economy. And more countries want to join the club, which aims to challenge a world order seen to be dominated by the US and its Western allies. But what exactly is BRICS? Who wants in? And why? Underscoring the growth potential of Brazil, Russia, India, and China, a chief economist at Goldman Sachs came up with the BRIC acronym in 2001. The group was founded as an informal club in 2009. Its creation initiated by Russia. South Africa joined the following year. It's the smallest member in terms of economic clout and population. BRICS is not a formal multilateral organization like the UN or World Bank. Its leaders usually get together annually, with each nation rotating through a one-year chairmanship of the group. The bloc operates by consensus. Apart from geopolitics, the group's focus includes economic cooperation and increasing multilateral trade and development. And that's attracting others. This year's chair, South Africa, says over 40 countries have expressed interest in joining. Iran has said it hopes the club will pin down the new membership process as soon as possible. Oil heavyweight Saudi Arabia has the backing of Russia and Brazil. And Argentina says it has China's support. One of Africa's fastest growing economies, Ethiopia, says it's asked to join. Bolivia appears interested too. In July, the country turned to the Chinese yuan, saying it wanted to curb dependence on the US dollar for foreign trade. That move aligns with BRICS' stated aim. The same month, Algeria said it applied for membership and to become a shareholder in the so-called BRICS Bank, or New Development Bank.
Yeah. That's BRICS. And it's happening. And there's nothing besides war, nuclear war, to stop it. And these motherfuckers, they're trying it. Look, China and India militarily don't like each other. Geographically don't fucking like each other, but they willing to cooperate when it comes to money. BRICS, that's what it is. Me and Jay Wall told you about this shit.
And the thing about it, look at it. Our country has done nothing to try to slow that down or stop that. It's almost like we're with that being the new move. We ain't done nothing but value our dollars. We put tariffs on people.
Tariffs is not going to help.
No, the tariffs ain't going to help. China is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. All they got to do is guess what? No boats are coming. Figure that out.
Yeah. Hey, Jay Wall, check your audio. Masebe's in the chat room. Let me know that you're echoing a little bit. Sounds good to me. I mean, from
might
what
be
I'm
talking.
getting, from
I'm
what I'm
on the
getting,
phone, so I might be talking to.
yeah, I'm doing my shit through the phone too. But to our point, it's like there's not much that the American financial system can do to stop BRICS because this is we are integrated into a geo financial system. Everything is interwoven, like it's all linked together. And the thing is, imports and exports are so important to the strategic thought of any anyone dealing with the economy and how global economies work, especially when it comes to nation states and how they spend. Remember, $3.8 billion annually to Israel.
Yeah.
And we're struggling over here. See, the thing is, every nation state that is against so-called Western hegemony are going to go against the usage of the petrodollar and join BRICS. It's going to happen. And there's not much the American government can do about it besides start wars.
And I really think, if you think about the government and control, they would love to drop the bottom out of the dollar and put us on digital currency. Because, dude, think about it. Right now in America, the way it is, the American dream. You can accrue enough money, start a business, buy a house, cars, vacation, land. And all you got to do is stack up enough baseball cards with dead presidents on them to do so. And then you can do whatever you want with your money.
Yeah.
With the digital currency, they control what you put your money. How much you can have. And even if you rely under that system, anytime they want, they can freeze it, deduct it, delete it, anything.
Yeah.
The side of American freedom is about to take a sword to the heart.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be able to make a move without complete government control.
Yeah. And you can with a digital currency, your digital currency is tied to your record. Your criminal record, your health record, any political views that you have, any socio-political views that you have.
Man, it's probably gonna be attached to your Pornhub scroll.
Yeah, anything that you scroll, your Google search engine, everything that you put in a Google search engine or whatever engine that is not fucking encrypted. The thing is
you
like
on the lawn care business, and then when your wife's out on the girls' night, you like to slide in the bathroom and watch stepsisters get railed stuck in a washing machine. That shit's about to be over, son.
Over. But see, this is the way the world. See, digital currency is coming regardless. It's who's going to control the new financial system that's important.
And I think
who's going to be the controllers of the new economy. And the thing is, Iran plays a very important part in that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are evil people everywhere. But you're not going to convince me that innocent people need to die because you have evidence of terrorism. Bibi Netanyahu, you have sponsored, you are on fucking public record, my nigga, for funding terrorism. Hamas, my nigga.
Hamas was paid. Do you remember Ahmed Yassin?
And talk about that.
Do you remember Ahmed Yassin? Ahmed Yassin. The PLO. You wanted to dismantle the PLO. So you funded terrorism to do it. And you have been look, there are documents, facts that you are still doing it in 2025. You sponsor terrorism. Yes, you do.
So think about that. Israel sponsored Hamas, who then in return attacks Israel in October of what, 2023, 22, something like that?
October 7th, which you're not going to ever convince me that the Israeli government did not have foreknowledge.
What I would call that is a false flag.
Yeah,
because so the terrorism that you funded attacks you, which spawns off your war with the Palestinians.
Against the Palestinians.
And
it's not a war. It's not a war. It's a fucking ethnic cleansing. It's a genocide. It's a fucking slaughter.
So the thing is like, if you really look at it for what it is, you just started murdering.
Yeah.
Because Hamas didn't attack you in October. And even if they did, it was a false flag because you funded Hamas. So you told them to do whatever they did. And so really, you just decided on this date, it's mass murder.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that led us all the way up into our fast president dropping bunker busters in Iran.
Yeah. This is where we at, folks.
So really, this is not a broke situation at all. This was just Israel deciding this was their time to start murdering in May.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
fuck? And nothing is just happenstance. This is not a coincidence. Like this was planned.
Kind of like us having a conflict in Syria because of ISIS, who was funded by us and driving around in American grade military vehicles that we gave them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There really ain't even no conflict here. Is what we're telling you. It is Israel, America, the maybe the Zionist regime. Want to call it? I don't even know if you call it the Zionist regime. All look at American politicians. They're a bunch of wasps. But nevertheless,
yeah,
it's just when we decide throw this bullshit on the news. We're ready to kill people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All I know is, man,
and people vote. And some of you done shit to vote for all this. You're like, I'm cool with that. Idiots.
Yo, Walski, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, man, and say people pay attention more to what's going on. The situation is complex, but it's not so complex that you can't read between the lines and figure it out yourself. J-Wall, you got any last words?
I do too. When you read between the lines, when you peel it, it's always the government. Fuck you. To the people. Two. If you go to Blurred Minds on YouTube, I got a 9-minute riffing special. It's not crowd work. It's not material. Fresh off the dome to the crowd in front of me. Because I'm dope at comedy. Other than that, happy trails, folks. Get some bullets and some noodles.
Yeah. Get some toilet paper and canned food.
Yeah.
Because, hey, it's going to be rough. Look up everything that I told you.
Maybe I'll do a part 2 about this, Jay Walski, and you can jump on with me.
I'm with it.
Yes, sir. Hey, we'll give you more information as more information comes in. This is our thoughts on the situation, and I don't speak for Jay Wall, only in times when I tell you that I feel strongly that I can. But other than that, he speaks for himself, and my words are my words only.
Oh,
Jay
yeah,
Wall,
and this is all purely entertainment.
Yeah, this is all for education and entertainment purposes only. Jay Walski, Blurred Minds Media. Somebody got to say this shit. We out this bitch. Pay attention. More's going to happen. Somebody got to say this shit.
Somebody gotta say this shit, so this a bitch. Fuck your government. I'm hesitant to holler out that I'm in. I represent hollow points and Mac tears. But don't think them shots coming out of them. Last thing that you see is Nat Turner's grin. I'm a savage, not the average white boy, my friend. We ain't shooting. Fuck red, white, and blue. Earth they nerves like militias in the booth. Spit that word like the wisdom in the tooth. Get that herb like I need a blunt or two. Fuck y'all all, each and